Friends, welcome back to the session once again. Today we are on 13th day of this series of the training programs that we have on how to excel in business valuations and also how to prepare for the valuation exam of IBBI. We still have 5 more days to go, and I'm quite hopeful that we should be able to cover the remaining portion in the remaining 5 days. And just in case if something overlaps, I think we can always extend it. It's never an issue, it's never a problem. Yesterday, we started the topic fixed income securities, and we understood the various aspects of fixed income securities. That is number one. What are the key terms which are used in the context of fixed income securities, and also which are the different types of bonds which are there in vogue or in practice, issued and subscribed anywhere across the globe. Let me tell you, friends, at this point in time, it doesn't really matter whether we are concerned with valuation of fixed income securities or valuation of equity or of tangible or of intangible assets or of derivatives, and finally the fifth one for of the business valuations. तो कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है कि हम किस चीज़ का वैल्यूएशन कर रहे हैं. पांचों जो एलिमेंट्स हैं फिक्स्ड इनकम और फिक्स्ड सिक्योरिटीज और फाइनेंशियल एसेट्स के, the basic principle, remember, is always the same. The basic principle is always the same whether you are doing valuation of equity, derivatives, fixed income securities, intangible assets or business. The principle is same, and what the principle is? The principle is that we have to find the fair value. And why do we have to find fair value? We have to find fair value because we have to help our client in reaching a decision, a profitable decision. And that is the one thing that we need to remember. Number two, we also need to remember it doesn't really matter once again as to whether we are doing valuation of equity or of derivatives or of fixed income securities or of intangible assets or of doing valuation of a business. Ultimately, the approaches for valuation will still be the same, and those will be out of any one of these three, and that is your income approach, market approach, and the cost or the asset approach. And these are equally applicable in the context of fixed income securities also. Why do we call them fixed income securities? We call them fixed income securities because these are the instruments on which invariably we will earn a return which is fixed and periodic, and that is why we call them as fixed income securities. These fixed income securities are also referred as bonds, and why these fixed income securities are referred as a bond, and the reason behind, of course, is very simple. Anyone who is issuing any fixed income security, he is entering into an agreement, a contract, a bond. And what that bond is an obligation that the issuer of the security undertakes, saying that he is taking the obligation, number one, to pay interest to the subscriber of these fixed income securities from time to time, and also taking an obligation to redeem these fixed income securities on the date of expiry. And that is the reason why these fixed income securities are also referred as bonds. Now, friends, with this understanding, let us proceed further, and we start with the pricing and valuation of bonds. Pricing and valuation of bonds.